what I do. I go downtown by a Mercury too. I'm crazy about a Mercury.
All right, everybody, we're back. My next guest tonight has appeared in such films as Walk the Line and Mona Lisa Smile. Now she can be seen as one of Bill Paxton's 3 wives on the HBO series Big Love. Please welcome Ginnifer Goodwin. I told you backstage,
Yes.
I'm a big fan of this show.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, well, all right. And I do nothing with that. This is a controversial subject.
Yes.
It really follows a polygamous family. Bill Paxton has 3 wives.
Yes.
Do you, when you out in your normal life walking around, do people react to that? Are people upset or offended, or are there people that are bothered by the notion that you're playing this character?
I get thanked a lot.
Thanked?
I get thanked a lot. People fully stop me, women, mind you, stop me and thank me. And I ask what for, and they say, my husband or boyfriend wanted to bring more women into the bedroom until we saw your show.
Oh. It is funny you say that, because when people first hear the idea, when I first heard the idea that it was about a polygamous relationship, I thought, hey, baby, here we go. And put on my porn hat and, you know.
And it's HBO.
Yeah, but then what's interesting is that it really is a very well done show. It's it describes, or it illustrates how difficult it is. Bill Paxton's character has to, you know, keep his relationship good with these different women and meet their emotional needs, and it's killing him.
And he needs Viagra.
Yeah. Well, we all need that. But it is interesting that it is sort of showing that this is not the fantasy scenario that some would imagine that it is.
Right, it's not a sexcapade.
Right.
Which I think is what everyone, not that we don't have marvelous sex-capading scenes, but I think that is what everyone expects. And, you know, it has a theological basis, these situations, and, you know, you have 3 really strong, very emotional women.
And this is something that I know that you had done other work before you came to this program, but still a great role to get. What was your audition like? Oh,
I auditioned for this for months. And they actually gave me a crying scene, and they gave me a sex scene as my audition.
How do you audition a sex scene?
Right, well, for months it was that I had an invisible scene partner. And, you know, as an actress, I'm going, why these 2 scenes? Well, they clearly want to see if I can cry, so they clearly want to see what happens with me in a bedroom. So I go into my screen test with Bill Paxton, and we've never met, and I walk into this room, and there's about 25 dudes in suits at a conference table, and it's cramped, and there's, you know, like 2 big armchairs kind of like this, and I was like, well, here goes, nice to meet you, and I just made out with him because I thought that surely that's what they...
You hadn't met Bill Paxton, so you walk in the room and say, nice to see you, Bill, and then jump on him.
I did. Well, I crawled into his seat. Yeah. On top of him, and... You know, you can
it's a
kind
wonderful
of tell,
business we're in. Yeah.
You gotta tell too when someone's not expecting your advances. And
I know what that's like. That's me on the New York subway all through the late '80s. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. I was very aware at that moment that the other actresses must not have done this.
Yeah.
The ones who went in before me, and that I'd probably blown it.
Yeah.
And so And then we're doing this crying scene, and so I need to leave the room and prepare, and that's so actory, and I'm so embarrassed about that, and I'm like, oh, I blew it, and so I left, and I called my agent, and I was fully apologizing to her. I just, you know, I ruined it, and I know we really wanted it, but, you know, we'll move on, and it'll be okay. And she's going, Ginny, Ginny, Ginny. I'm like, I made out with Bill Paxton, and it was completely embarrassing. I made a fool of myself, and she's going, Ginny, Ginny, Ginny. And on conference call are 25 dudes in suits.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
But they said, welcome to Big Love.
Oh, that's nice. You got the part.
And I almost had a car accident, but I got the part.
Now, you what I'm curious about is you get the part,
yes,
and there's a lot of intense. You have a lot of intense sex scenes, more than other characters on the show.
I do.
Is that difficult for you? I mean, what kind of family do you come from? Are they cool with all of that?
I come from the South.
You come from the South,
yes.
yeah.
It's interesting. I'm very supported by my family, but I have to say those scenes are they're the most unsexy, unromantic parts of acting.
Right.
And fully, I mean, it doesn't feel intense to me because I have a contract that comes to me right before I walk on set that tells me exactly, you know, I will unbutton my blouse from the 3rd button down, and I will hang from the fan, and I will make this noise, and
what?
Yes,
really? It's
yes,
written out
yes,
that it's written out that specifically?
And it makes me feel safe. I know what I'm getting into. It's not like, well, we'll see where the scene takes you. It's, you know,
right.
And there have been pulled muscles on dressers and all kinds of things that are great this season. And yeah, and then, you know, we've got on our like no patches, so they can't film.
What are no patches?
Like stickers. You cover your private parts so they can't film. You know, like, Bill, stop looking at my boobs and don't film me. It's not romantic.
You cover your body in Post-it notes when you go out there?
That is
They say things like, my face is up here.
That's how intense the sex scenes are.
Wow, incredible. You've sold me. I'm told, and there's no way to make this transition, but
yes,
part of your acting training, and I don't see how this relates to the show you're doing now,
right,
but that you were in clown college?
I took a clown class.
You took a clown class?
Yes. I failed.
You failed a clown class. How do you fail a clown class?
I don't know. Like, you wear a red nose, and I thought we'd be, you know, like, how many people can you fit in a car? And squirting with water.
They don't give
from
you
a
math
flower.
problems in clown. How many clowns will fit in a car? 14 wrong.
That's what I thought. And how fun was this clown class going to be?
What's the velocity of the seltzer when you fire it?
And like squeaky shoes, and you do wear a nose, but it's about humiliating yourself. That's what clowning at its core is supposed to be. And I like watch my classmates and I would cry. So I was like, that's embarrassing. I feel bad for them. Stop it. This is supposed to be fun.
You can't be in comedy if...
No.
Trust me.
Right?
Yeah. Not gonna work. If you're like, oh, how sad for them.
I was.
Wow.
So he told me, I got up and I did my final clown final. And he said,
Your clown exam.
My clown exam. And he said, you are the worst clown I've ever seen.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I can't, just picturing a clown yelling at you. What kind of clown are you?
Yeah.
You're a horrible clown.
Yes.
I want to see your floppy feet walk through those doors. I think it's all for the best. You're terrific in Big Love.
You.
Big Love now airs on its new night, which is Mondays at 9 p.m. on HBO, and it really is a terrific show, so check it out. Ginnifer, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Really good to have you. Ginnifer Goodwin, we'll be right back. Spice, stick around.